Hello, my beautiful souls. The Awakened Dreamer here to give you your daily reading, your daily tarot for Saturday, January the 30th, 2021, as the month is almost over. And excuse the rain in the background. I'm getting this done for you either way. So the message when meditating on your energy overall, the collective's energy for the day, was taking your time. Taking your time. Oh, and don't forget, as always, like this video, leave me a comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. But yeah, take your time. Very interesting message. Let's begin by pulling a message or two from the Spellcasting Oracle deck. And keep in mind, general daily read for all 12 signs, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't for somebody else. For our lovely collective, to begin this daily read for the 30th for Saturday. Thank you, Spirit. I've done a lot of readings today. Ooh. Justice and protection. Wow. And they, for some reason, just want me to take these two. There's a sense that throughout this day, throughout this Saturday, Spirit in the universe is going to remind you that you're getting your sense of justice from what you've dealt with in the past, or whoever did you wrong in one way, shape, or form. I'm feeling a little tight in the chest for whatever reason. Maybe that's why you're being advised to sort of take your time, or you feel the inclination to just take your time throughout this day. At the bottom of the deck, we have closure. It might be the underlining feeling and focus for the day where you're sort of going through a sense of closure, where maybe, you know, throughout the full moon that we just dealt with, you were experiencing some emotions and feelings resurfacing that in regards to situations from the past, maybe needing some closure once again. And he's saying there's no need to rush it. Take your time if you're feeling a little bit heavier, feeling a little bit anxious, maybe a little bit emotional throughout this day. There's no need to rush things. But it's like you needed a reminder, or will need a reminder throughout this day in one way, shape, or form, that the scales are balancing for you. That there's going to be a new sense of balance in your life, that things are going to work out for you in one way, shape, or form. Protection. And also on another note, Spirit in the universe will remind you in one way, shape, or form throughout this Saturday that you are protected 1000% by your guides, your angels, by even people around you that you don't even fully understand or realize have your back at the end of the day. Wow. What I'm getting from this now is your world is protected. Whoever or whatever you hold close to your heart so dearly that you worry about at times. Maybe it's the creation of your business, your world, your individuality, your success, who you are. They're saying all of which is protected moving forward. Keep that in mind. Some of you worry about that. Just take a deep breath throughout this day, my friends. Deep breath. Let's continue. We're going to pull 4 tarot cards for the day. And as I just take my sweet time picking them up naturally with the overall message for our beautiful collective for Saturday, for the 30th. Thank you, Spirit, to continue. Thank you, Spirit. There's way too many. Keep them coming. Thank you, Sarah, for Saturday. All right. Yeah, emotional energy. So we start off with the Moon card, my friends. So we start off this day and you're feeling a bit emotional, feeling like whatever resurfaced around the full moon hasn't fully left you yet, or you haven't fully worked through it, or feeling emotional because side by side with this closure card, you haven't received the closure that you need. And Spirit's saying you don't necessarily need it at this time. Or maybe you do need a sense of closure, but it's not going to necessarily come from revisiting that past situation or reopening up Pandora's box, I feel you to say. You sort of finding your own conclusion or having a blank or two filled in from spirit in the universe to kind of close that chapter or to give you a sense of closure without once again needing to completely revisit that past situation. I'm seeing in my mind's eye, if you choose to, you know, like those old things where you open it up and it's like a can of worms and they come out and startle you. I see that happening if you decide to revisit the past and kind of try to get that closure, that kind of being Pandora's box, you know, but I don't see you being thrilled with it. I don't see it being funny. I see you being kind of startled and it rocking your world in a unnecessary way. You see what I'm saying? Making things a bit more messy than they need to be. So it is, you know, you start off the day, don't be surprised on Saturday feeling a bit emotional, feeling a little bit all out of sorts, trying to figure things out for yourself. Four of Pentacles. And so you make your way to wrap up the first half of the day, and some of you were emotional when it comes to your financial situation, and Spirit saying, we know, we understand. You don't seem to think the progression of your financial goals or a business getting off the ground, or your job, your career in general, your independence isn't moving quick enough. And they're saying you need to kind of release your grip a little bit. The Four of Pentacles in the upright position gives us the message typically of loosening that grip, you know, that need for control, to kind of, it comes from a place of fear, does it not? Where you feel emotional, you've been through a lot, and at the end of the day, you kind of want to see things unravel differently this time. You don't want to risk not reaching these financial goals, or you don't want to risk your future having this feeling of lack if you've experienced it in the past. And they're saying, we get that, but release your grip just a little bit so that we can work our magic, spirit meaning, and the universe, allowing that flow, developing that beautiful relationship with money where you don't feel a lot of sorts, or like, when you have to let go of certain money, you know, allowing that flow out, in and out when it comes to money, allowing the universe and spirit the wiggle room to bless you with certain opportunities or windfalls of money. Okay. And it could be the same thing with you just trying to control a situation that didn't work out in the past, or you trying to control a current situation that makes you a bit emotional. Keeping in mind all throughout this day that these emotions, working through these things, need to happen in order for you to move forward and take advantage of certain opportunities, your bright future, without bringing any sort of hefty baggage, emotional baggage, if you will, with you. We have the Queen of Cups. And so you make your way to start the second half of the day, and again, you're feeling a bit emotional, but a little bit more strategic about it, not allowing yourself to have that emotion take over or cloud your judgment. And being aligned with the Moon card, they're saying that you just need, when in this moment, and to begin the second half of the day, excuse me, if I could say it, when you're thinking about when you were truly emotional, when you're thinking about these situations from the past or the present or whatever the case may be, that were leaving you in an emotional state, or to continue to be, when you, or if it's, you know, about your money, whatever the case may be for you, at the end of the day, they're saying, use your intuition, trust that gut feeling about how you see things unraveling. You know things are going to work out. You know that this is necessary at the end of the day, but you getting over emotional and, or you sort of not allowing yourself to learn from these emotions rather than, it just feels like you moving forward, we each individually need to do a better job of trying to be one with those emotions in the moment when they do resurface, learning from them, growing from them, and moving right along. It's when you start to dwindle or start to dwell on them, sit with them too long, and not learn from them or grow from them, that's when it becomes unproductive. And so it's something we each individually need to work on moving forward to, again, not taint what we have ahead. And being side by side with this justice card, they're saying use your intuition when it comes to your future, when it comes to the sense of justice, knowing at the end of the day fully that you can get your sense of justice in your future without seeing someone else get their negative justice, their negative karma firsthand. Accepting that that person, place, or situation needs to stay in the past, and just, letting it go, letting it flow, and accepting that the universe and spirit will reward you with your own sense of justice and balance, without, again, you seeing firsthand any sort of negativity on their side or any sort of payback. And for those of you, when it comes to your financial situation, they're saying you will be reminded at a certain point throughout this third quarter from spirit and the universe that your financial situation will improve, that things are getting better. That again, you need to heal that fear and those wounds that have been inflicted from the past when it comes to your financial situation, so that moving forward you don't try to control things as much, or you don't feel this sort of Five of Pentacles, now I'm seeing in my mind's eye, way of being, this feeling of lack. Moving right along to finish off the 4 cards in the spread, we have the 8 of Pentacles. And so you wrap up this Saturday and you're feeling a bit more creative. It feels like a lot of you do what you need to do, or start to heal some of those wounds, work on some of those emotions, learn what you need to from them. And it's interesting when you go through some healing and when you go through some difficult inner work, maybe even find some closure, some blanks filled in, and this newfound sense of creativity comes out of nowhere. It resurfaces and you're like, oh, okay, well, that's why I wasn't feeling creative recently. That's why there was no sort of passion or color in my life recently, because I needed that closure, or I needed to kind of readjust my perspective, or just deal with some of these emotions around the full moon. And at the end of the day, what they're saying is this is a beautiful way to kind of utilize that, put it towards, make some art, put it towards a creative project, a hobby, your business, your job, whatever it may be for you, a good creative outlet to kind of maybe sort through or get out some of those leftover excess emotions if you haven't, worked through them all. And they're saying, let this be a lesson moving forward, being aligned with the 4 of Pentacles, that if you kind of loosen your grip a little bit, trust spirit and the universe, allow for things to unravel, and even when they feel a bit difficult and a bit iffy, going through some of that healing, if you will, when you loosen that grip once again, it leaves you with true benefits. You're feeling lighter, less weighed down because of it, because those emotions were dealt with, because you figured out what you needed to at this point. And as an added benefit, you're feeling creative and passionate, able to more so focus on your work or whatever it is you decide to put your resources towards, because you don't have that in the back of your head anymore, or because you don't feel as weighed down emotionally. You'll start to find yourself glowing differently because of it. Very nice. Let's wrap this up by pulling a message or two from the Angel Answers Oracle deck. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, that was easy. Okay, so there is no need to worry and communicate clearly. Spirit saying, once again, do what you need to take your time throughout this day, because it is an emotional day. It's a day where you work through things, but there's no need to worry about your future, about what's ahead, about how things are meant to unravel, okay? About certain things you worry about never getting, or never, coming into your life. There's no need to worry. All you need to do is communicate clearly throughout this Saturday with yourself, with other people and situations, but most importantly, your thoughts. Communicating clearly with the universe, sending out only positive, optimistic vibes of what you truly want, reminding you that what you focus on becomes your reality at the end of the day. And then I do feel the need to show the bottom of the deck was opportunity, because at the end of the day, my friends, you have an opportunity to grow, to learn from these emotions, from what you've been through, all right, to improve your own individual habits, to make the best of your beautiful future, all the blessings that are gonna start to come or continue to come your way from the universe, because you will be feeling less weighed down and more so ready to send out high vibrations to the universe. And we know how that ends up, with so much abundance, all right? So on that note, my friends, I hope this reading was truly helpful. Don't forget to like this video, leave me a comment, and do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I hope you have the most amazing Saturday, and I'll see you next time. Bye.